The Pats beat the Broncos. Ryland kicks a game-winning field goal for the Pats. The Broncos tied up late, but they give the ball back to the Patriots, and the Patriots do a great job of getting in field goal range. It disappeared. Getting in field goal range and kicking I think it was a 56-yard field goal, and it was right down the middle. And considering how bad he had struggled early, he missed a field goal right. Yeah. He had a PAT,
mixed the extra point
upright.
Yeah.
So that was a big win for the Patriots. It was really, really deflating for the Broncos. They didn't play well, with the exception of maybe a few series in the game. But the Broncos didn't play well. Ocho, the first snap of the game, they sacked the quarterback, they get a fumble like on the 5-yard line, and they end up turning the ball over on downs at the 2-yard line. You've got to get something out of that. You would like to get points out of that drive. But a touchdown out of that drive. But you didn't get anything. At the worst case scenario, you get 3. Give the Patriots credit. The defense bend, but I mean, they did a great job of holding them out of the end zone. And then the Broncos got really sloppy in there. Like once they got a 7-3 lead, but they got really sloppy. Right. They turned the ball over a couple of times, fumbled on the kick return and gave up a touchdown without your offense even getting on the field, which is very deflating. But give them credit. They fought, got the way back into the ball game. And I thought they had an opportunity to possibly win the game because they forced the Patriots to go 3 and out, Ocho. And so now they get the ball with 2 minutes to go. And I'm like, okay. But, Ocho, you know this. In a situation like that, you really need something good to happen on first down because that's the down that really like, okay, we got this. We
good. Give you a little rhythm. Give you a little rhythm.
Give you a little rhythm. Give you a little confidence. You got a first down. You get 13, 14, 15 yards. You get a big play. Now you cook it. Now everything. But now you throw a screen. You catch him in a blitz, but it's a running back. He peels off, tackle P. Ryan for a 3-yard loss. Now 2nd and 13. Now you
it messes everything up.
Now you behind the 8 ball. But I don't know why they were in such a rush because you do realize now if you don't get this first down, you're gonna put the ball back with them with a minute, and they got a timeout. So I didn't understand the rush of why the Broncos were in such a hurry once they were 2nd and 13. That's just me. What was kind of some of your takeaway from the game, Ocho?
I think my takeaway. I mean, the Broncos played good in spurts. Yes. There was a series that looked really good where Sean Payton had a great game plan for Russell to allow him to. I like to call it cook. They allowed him to cook. They got him outside the pocket. Obviously, he was sacked 5 times, but they got him outside the pocket, allowed him to use his legs a little bit to make a few completions and drive down the field. I think that might have been sometime in the third quarter when they looked the best. As an offense. Other than that, they had sputtered the entire game. There was really no consistency offensively, and they really couldn't get a rhythm or that confidence you spoke of with a minute or 2 minutes left on the clock when they were trying to rush. I'm not sure why they were rushing and want to give the ball back to the Patriots just in that scenario. With Cortland Sutton going down, that really hurt. I think that really hurt them offensively, especially in 50-50 ball situations where I'm sure Russ would have wanted to use him in that situation. Right. My little nephew, little Brandon, he got a nice little touchdown at the end, obviously getting the 2-point conversion to tie the game up. After that, I think the Broncos played down to the competition. I think the Patriots defense doesn't get enough credit.
They solid.
That they deserve.
They solid.
They don't get enough credit for they deserve because of the losing record. And I'm not sure what Bailey Zappi ate for breakfast this morning, but the past few weeks that he started, the offense itself has looked completely different. It's looked completely different, and I'm not sure if they're going to continue with Mac Jones as of next year. But Bailey Zappi seems to be the answer, so far.
And he did a great job. He didn't turn the ball over. The thing that was killing Mac Jones, okay, even if you don't pick up first down, you can't turn it over. He's throwing interceptions. He's fumbling the ball. So now that's exacerbating a situation. It's frustrating the offense. It's frustrating the defense because we're having to defend extra possessions that you're costing us. The one thing that you can say about Bailey Zappi, he hasn't turned the ball over. He's a little bit more athletic, I think, than Mac Jones because he's able to get out of harm's way and make plays make some plays down the field. But I agree with you. I mean, at one point in time in the second half, late, like maybe the start of the fourth quarter, the Broncos were -7 yards in the second half. And I'm like, bro, how do you get -7 yards? I mean, and they had like 2 or 3 possessions, and they had, they had sacked Russ, and Russ had fumbled the football, and so they didn't get every extra opportunity to pick up any yards. But you know what? Maybe this is the best thing. Because you know what, Ocho, sometimes you can make the playoff and it gives you a false sense that we're close.
Right.
The Broncos aren't close. They're not.
Right.
And all the playoffs would have done would have
Mm-hmm.
fooled them. It would have fooled our fans in Bronco country, and it would have fooled a lot of them players. See, I told you we made the playoffs, bro. Y'all not close. You don't have enough. You don't have enough playmakers. You don't have enough playmakers on the defensive side. I was kind of disappointed in Pat Surtain today because on third down, now if they go to the other side, I can live with that. But ain't no way in hell if I'm that dog, you throw the third down on me. You go, Ocho, you're challenging me on third down.
Right.
Can you imagine somebody throwing at time, Reavers, Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, and Nils Williams? You need a third down play. And the best corner on your team, one of the best in the NFL, I want you. I'm going to challenge you. That don't sound right. Like you tell me, Ocho, that don't sound right to me.
Right. Hey, that's I don't know. I wouldn't. When I look at it, I look at the landscape and the dynamic of that offense and defense. The defense is really good. I think they're really good. They played well as opposed to how they looked when they played the Dolphins, and the Dolphins put up 70 on them. After that game, they have been decent.
Yeah,
they have been decent to that point, and I don't know what happened tonight. I'm not sure what's wrong with the Broncos in general. I was very excited when Russell Wilson and that maturation between him and Sean Payton started to work, and they started to look efficient offensively. And Russ looked somewhat of himself, and he looked somewhat of himself as what we're used to seeing when he was with Seattle, instead of a shell of himself. He lost a little weight. He became a little bit more mobile, using his legs. They were getting him out of the pocket. He was making plays with his arm, with his legs. And it's a game like today that you have to come out and win and make a statement if you want to feel like you deserve to make the playoffs. But again, like you said, if they were to make it, I'm not sure what the standings are for them now, but you would just be fooling yourself.
Well,
you just be fooling yourself.
With a win today, they had a 42% chance of making it. With a loss, there's a 5% chance of making it. So the likelihood of them making the playoffs with 2 games to go isn't very good. They need a lot of bad things to happen to someone else. But you need a lot of good things to happen to you. But here's the thing. Now you're hoping because you didn't take care of your business. If you take care of your business, don't worry about what's up. Man, if they lose this and this team ties and an eagle land on the flagpole at 12 o'clock, we can make the playoffs. Nah, bro. If you take care of your business, you don't have to look and see what someone else is doing. You don't have to worry about what they're cooking because your meal is satisfactory. But it is what it is. I think they need a lot of things. The offensive line isn't nearly good enough. They didn't run the ball particularly well last night. I'm looking at the stats of Ocho and the rush yards, what they have. That's 61, 81, 83 yards on 17, 21, 22, 23 carries. That's not enough
to get it done.
That's not nearly enough.
Not enough to get it done.
So give the Patriots credit. Go on the road, win a hard-fought ball game. Found a way to win. Could have gotten, you have a 23-7 lead. All of a sudden, it's 23-23 late in the ball game. You have every reason to man, we had this game. We let it slip away. But they said, nope, it ain't slip away. We still got an excellent chance to win this ball game. And they dug down and they won the ball game. So congratulations to them. And they win, and the Broncos taste defeat. Tombo said, you can't tell me Sean ain't sabotaging Denver. On the last drive, you called the exact same type of plays that had you down 16 to begin with. Well, Ocho and I said it earlier. I wasn't pleased with the play call. And I know a lot of teams like to start with the screen. But a lot of defenses know you like to start with the screen. So you like to start with the screen. They know you like to start with the screen. You probably should go.
So you play the screen.
Exactly. So they found the Patriots found a way to win. So give those guys credit.